Alright, good afternoon. We're going to go through our review of the 2-3 and 2-4 sections of geometry. So what you really need to know is how to fill out the properties that we use to prove statements. You're going to see one of these two problems on your quiz, so either an angle addition or a segment addition postulate. Let's focus on the segment addition postulate for right now. So my segment addition postulate, if you remember, tells me that I can add up the two smaller pieces of a segment to get the full segment. If I wanted to write that out, I would write it out as AB plus BC equals AC. And then you can see that it's prompting me to substitute in those known values in my next line. So let's check out what those values are. AB is 5 plus 8x rather. I'm going to add that to BC, which we know is 5x minus 9. So we have 5 plus 8x plus 5x minus 9 equals, and what is AC? AC is 74. So that's the first three steps that you're going to see on the quiz. And then it simplifies it for you. And what you need to do is solve this equation. So let's check out how we solve that equation. We've got 13x minus 4 equals 74. That's line 4. And then line 5 says 13x equals 78. So here you're telling me in line 5, how did I get to line 5? So what did I do to go from here to there? And what we'll do there is I'm going to look at the left side, 13x minus 4. Well, what happened to that left side of my equation as I get to line 5? It goes from 13x minus 4 to just 13x. And then the right side goes from 74 to 78. So it looks like we added 4 to both sides. How do I get rid of a negative 4? I add 4 to both sides. It's my addition property of equality. And next up, how do I go from 13 to x? So 13x to 1x and 78 to 6. Well, I certainly didn't subtract the same thing from both sides. So it must be division. It looks like I divided by 13 on both sides. Same idea for number 2, our angle addition. You just add up the two smaller angles to get the bigger angle. Just like we saw with segment addition, where we add up the two smaller segments to get the big segment. So angle addition postulate says that angle XYW plus angle WYZ equals angle XYZ. That's my angle addition postulate. And when I substitute those values in, that's what it's telling me to do. XYW is 6x plus 44. I add that to WYZ is a negative 10. So let me put a minus 10 x plus 65. And that's going to be equal to, the whole angle is 117. So my whole angle there is 117. And it simplifies it for me next. So our last two steps, again, I just need you to tell me, what did I do to go from line 4 to line 5. We'll put that here. So from line 4 to line 5, I had negative 4x plus 109. I got rid of that plus 109. And the only way to get rid of addition is subtraction. So I subtracted 109 from both sides. And then look at that next step. From negative 4x to 1x, and from 8 to negative 2, I would have to divide by negative 4 to solve for x. And for our 2-column algebraic proofs, same idea. The only new curveball here is that you have to solve for x. So I'll solve for x really quickly here. And this might not have been exactly the same first step as yours, but this step should look the same. Steps 3 and 4 should be exactly the same. Now let's see what I did to go from my given statement to my second line. It looks like I went from 12x and 5x, 12x on one side, 5x on the other, to a 7x. So I must have gotten rid of this 5x on the right. If I look on the right side of this equation, don't see a 5x. And how do I get rid of a positive 5x? I would have to subtract 5x. So that must be my subtraction property of equality. And then number 3, let's check out this left side here. 7x minus 54, and that became just 7x. So my negative 54 went away, and it shows up here. I went from 30 to 84, so I must have added 54 to both sides. And finally, 7x equals 84, x equals 12. I would have divided both sides by 7. So that's how to do our proofs on the quiz. Check out the other videos if you want extra help.